There's a couple things that I just wanted to review just real quickly, and one is the Cottage Street Legacy Park Station, and it is in the works. It's a wonderful project, and we need to review where we are with that. Elizabeth, do you have any updates, you or Greg, on the Legacy Park Station that you'd like to share with us?
We will be submitting another proposal to the city regarding the Legacy Park station. We do have a legal entity now, and we're good to go. We're open to any questions if anybody has any questions.
What's the legal entity that you're using?
Friends of Legacy Park Station, LLC. And why we chose that name is to have it all-inclusive of the entire community.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? So, Greg, you're the artist for these stars that are going up, and this wonderful artwork. And we don't have a rendering of Legacy Park Station, but can you?
I do.
Oh, you want to pass that? You want to pass that around?
I sleep with it at night.
You want to pass that around, Elizabeth?
Sure.
Yeah. Has John and Linda? Have you seen the rendering? Okay. And Greg is the artist that's doing those stars. And one of the children at the unveiling of this suggested that the stars be lit up. So the stars are gonna twinkle, 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 little star. The North Star
That's right.
took us to freedom.
That's right. That's correct.
And so that's what we're.
I'm sorry. I'm going to use my computer. Okay.
Okay. All right. Fine. And so that's where we are with Legacy Park Station. Any other questions with it? And Elizabeth, do you still need letters of support for that?
Absolutely. We'll take all the support that we can get because we already have it in the community as far as individually, because we could not have raised the amount of money that we needed to submit the first deposit for Legacy Park Station. And we did that without large donations. We did that by going house to house and business to business. So with that being said, we had already agreed that we would not take any large donations, so not one or two people could say that they own the park. Because we want this to be a community effort, and we have so many people on board now with the community effort. And we're welcoming any questions or anything. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, it's going to happen. It's going to be so unique for our neighborhood, and it's for the entire community, and it's going to reflect the legacy.
So with that said, we do need letters of support.
You're saying that the Southwest Common Council will provide a
No,
letter of support?
I'm saying that as Vice President of Changing of the Scenes, will supply a
okay.
letter of support. Mm-hmm. And Prosper Rochester will,
And the
Business Association. Would you be willing to, or are you still on the fence with it?
Well, the 19th Ward Community Association, I don't think they've reviewed that in enough detail.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
The 19th Ward Community Association, which I'm part of, hasn't really reviewed it enough to have an opinion on it. I don't think we haven't discussed it at either the executive committee level or the delegates council, so I don't think we can really say anything.
Okay.
Is there any information that we can send them or possibly do a presentation? Greg and I are more than willing to do a presentation, because if people do not know, then it makes sense that they don't know what they're voting for. But what is your position, John?
Well, it seems like a nice proposal. The question would be there as to just how much is it going to cost. Do we have any ideas yet as to what the various installments are going to require in terms of funding, and what will the long-term maintenance of the park, how will that be taken care of, are a couple of questions that come to mind right now.
And those are all excellent questions. And we are going to be addressing that. In fact, we have already, as far as the dollar amount of the funding is going to be done through fundraising. So that's a given. We're going to be selling the pavers. We're going to be selling shares in the LLC. So, and we are also taking pledges as far as the amenities. Like, we already have pledges for the park benches, the picnic tables, and right now we're working on a pledge for the stage. So as far as the cost, it's really going to be minimal.
Okay, so you
So-
have pledge letters from these groups that are identify themselves to pledge. Greg, you have a question? I mean, the comment.
Is it possible that you can get pledge letters from individual people?
Yes, we'll take pledge letters from individual people, absolutely. And that would be great also. So, John?
Do you have a breakdown of the costs so that somebody can go on some web page and look at the financials of the proposal?
We look at, the first phase will probably cost less than $5,000. And that is,
And that will include what?
the first phase would be turning it into a park as far as the grading, the seating, a park bench. That certainly doesn't include the legacy stores. But that would be for the first phase. So everybody could see that this is a park, welcome everybody.
And the stage part, that's not included in phase
Not
one?
in the first stage, we're gonna
Right.
do it in 3 stages.
3 stages, okay.
And we should have the first stage. First of all, we have to purchase the property. And what the city has done is they have put out for another proposal for the city. Now, I don't know if they're just dotting their i's and crossing their t's or whatever, I don't know. I do know that there are so many people on board with this. And it's an awesome project. Sure.
It really. Oh, question?
Excuse me, yes. The, I think you spoke about a little stadium. Didn't you talk about
Stage.
that? A stage, yeah. How
Stage.
large is that gonna be? What do you think?
I do know the figures, but I don't have them.
I think it's in the picture.
But you
It's
Yeah,
in the picture there, if you want to pass that back.
Well, it
Because it
kinda,
also comes with, you have an amphitheater, which will have 2
Yeah.
rows of seating.
okay, so this is sort of similar, like, Cornhill's little,
Yeah. it's
Gazebo.
small,
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
20 feet.
Okay, because I was wondering, how is this stage gonna fit in here?
Well,
Because it
it's
is a
been-
very small area.
Well, it depends on what you consider small. That has been done architecturally.
Yes.
So it's been drawn to scale.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
you would have to ask really the architect, if Mr. McCord is not here.
No, I'm sure that they could, they've made it where it's visual,
Yeah.
the way the architects
And
work.
then it would fit.
Yes, of course it would fit. I was just wondering, because I drove by the park several times and I was wondering, with all the ideas that were there, they were beautiful ideas, how things were going to be situated. And also, you mentioned something about the city. The city
Well, the
and
city owns the lot and we're purchasing from the city.
Okay, but you said something about somebody else the city's trying to do something else?
No, what I said was that the city has put out a request for proposals. So anybody can submit a proposal if they like.
Okay.
So if you want to put in a proposal, go right ahead. But what I would say is this: isn't that exciting to have that Legacy Park Station? How can anyone say
I think it's cute.
cute?
I think it's cute.
Okay, well, I wasn't looking for that word.
Take it.
Okay, what I'm just saying, I don't know how anybody could say that they would not want that in their neighborhood. And I'm being real honest. I mean, the Legacy Star sculpture, the time capsule,
The shrubbery, the trees, all of that
Yes.
is going to be in there.
yes, the park benches, we have costs for all of that.
Oh, I see.
So
So-
the Christmas tree, I mean, everything. It's all there. It's all been
It's
architecturally done.
very cute. I like it. It's cute.
The,
Thank
So
you.
can we get a letter of support from you?
Oh, I'm not gonna put my foot in that hot water right now.
Well, whose hot water is it?
I'm not gonna be questioned.
Okay, so,
Okay,
so,
all right.
so John, you have a question, and then we have to move on to
Okay,
the next
fine.
part of our
yeah, what was I
meeting.
gonna,
He doesn't remember right now.
Okay.
What were
It'll
you
come
gonna
back.
say?
good question. Oh yeah, this is gonna require some sort of variance to
Yes,
the code.
absolutely.
Have all the neighbors been contacted and their views on it been reviewed so
Yes.
that you feel confident that?
Yes. What, as part of the process for the Community Design Center, which we received a $5,000 grant, you have to have, part of the process is you have to have a community forum. And I'd say 400 emails, invitations were sent out. So anyone interested could come. You were there. So anybody could come
On
to
Plymouth
view
Avenue.
the rendering and ask
The
any
opening,
questions.
the unveiling.
As far as the neighbors around there,
No.
we went door to door. Cottage Street, Elba, South Plymouth Avenue, all,
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
Jefferson Avenue. We went the entire neighborhood and collected money, $5, $10, $20. No one asked, oh, can I deduct this for my taxes? Nobody asked any of that. They want this to happen. We have it in all of the businesses. This particular rendering is in all the businesses around Cottage Street and Plymouth Avenue. And people ask, when is it gonna happen? When's it gonna be done? So it's just an exciting initiative for everybody, and it's a community initiative. We wanna welcome everybody with any ideas on, to make the park even better. And Greg is our sculptor. He is the one that's gonna do legacy stones.
So, thank you guys very much.
Okay,
Did we get the words out and everybody understands what's going on, and you got some letters of support coming in? Any questions that were needed to be asked were asked this evening, is that correct? Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the next section of our meeting.